So, Frankie, what is your salvation story?
My salvation story. Let me see. I was adopted into a Christian family, so I believe that's part of God's plan, for me. I pretty much grew up in church, so but I never really took it seriously. I guess you could say. Growing up, I was just in church. It was just somewhere that we would go to. It was just like a weekly thing. So I never really took the whole God serious. I guess you could say. I was actually, I was always goofing around in church, and me and a couple of my friends would always get in trouble, and we actually had the pastor's wife come and sit with us. It was so bad because we was just talking, disrupting the service. So I was just there hanging out. Um, and one year, the youth group of my church went to a little Christian concert up in Tampa, and God got a hold of me over there, and I, got serious and gave my life to Him. Um, and then later on, got baptized, and at my church. And then from that moment on, I kind of was like, I was like, all right, God, I'm gonna live for you. I'm gonna serve you. Um, there's times where I have messed up in my walk. Like let's say with falling into the sex thing in high school. That was something that kind of took me away from God. Um, I got caught up in that pretty bad, and it's been a struggle. It was a struggle, getting caught up in that and being away from God. I was putting on a front the whole time. Like yeah, I'm all this, I'm that. When I was far away from God, and that played a big role in my walk with God. That actually inspired one of my songs that I wrote a while back called "A Talk with God," and where I actually hit some feelings on there from that experience, I guess you could say. And especially in the little second verse of the song, of that "A Talk with God," I kind of got put my heart out, I guess you could say, on the paper and on that song, and it is just like
I ran away from you for a little bit because I messed up and felt unfit. Cause I went and disobeyed you, I couldn't face you. Cause every time I wanted to, the devil told me, Frankie, that was it. God don't love you now, so I tried. Man, I can't believe I even fell for that lie. You was there with your arms
open saying, Frankie, come back to me. I'm waiting, son, I'm waiting. And those little bars there, it was something that I was feeling, like God was there, but the enemy told me that he wasn't, that I was nothing, that I was dirt because I messed up. And because of that, I ran away from God. I was there, and on the outside I was putting up this front, like yeah, I'm here, and I'm living for God, and on the inside I was empty. I ran away from God. I didn't want to face him, or just I guess you could say draw closer to him, because I felt like that was it. I felt like I was too far to come back, and God got a hold of me, and He's like, I'm here, my child, I'm here. And I got back, and it was rough to try to transition from being so far from God to trying to get back and to where I was, and I'm not where I was before. I actually believe that I'm past where I was. So it was kind of a transitional phase where I had to go through something that a lot of young people are experiencing, and I can help use that in my testimony to help people that are also going through that. And so because of that, I actually had to leave. I left the youth group and went, as still a teenager, to the regular church, and had to finish growing up through there, I guess you could say. Um, and God actually brought me back to where I'm, helping leading the youth, and that part of my testimony is, helped a lot of kids that are, I guess you could say, facing the same temptation, the same sins and problems. And I pray daily and work to be that man that God created me to be. And I'm still not there. I'm really not content with where I'm at with God, and really you shouldn't be. I actually am hungry and just want to be a better man. Get closer to God, and I pray every day for God to draw me closer to Him, and to put me where He wants to put me at to do what He wants me to do. And I believe that's where I'm at with my music. God really, really has shown me things that my music has done in people's lives to where it's just impacted me and let me, be serious about it. Like this is what He wants me to do. Um, in my music, it started. I remember I was in middle school and me and one of my friends was just rapping the rap, trying to be cool and get girls, and we was rapping in the youth group, and the youth pastor, got with me one night and was like, hey, this, I heard you rap, and let you listen to this guy. He gave me a CD of gospel rap, and I actually got, it's like God got a hold of me through that and was like, I want you to do this. You do your music, all right. It's not playing around no more. Let's do this. So He showed me through that's what He wants me to do because I've prayed, and growing up it was always told, you're gonna be a preacher, you're gonna share God's word, you're gonna do this, and I always thought I had to be in front of a pulpit to do that, and God showed me that this is where I want you to, do it. This is your pulpit right here, and this is where you're gonna share my word. And He's actually given me a great influence as a man and person for the younger generation. I'm surprised a lot of young people look up to me like they do, and with my music, I'm able to just get God's word out there in a way that is different, I guess you could say, in a way that a lot of young people will listen. Because growing up, I wasn't really into the whole listening in church to the boring. I'm gonna say boring because it was boring, honestly, boring sermons. So the rap thing was a way of me getting the word out in the way I could understand it, and the way that impacted me is the same way I want to do, through other young people through my music. I want to give them a way to listen to it where they're hearing God's word, but in a way that they can, keep their attention on it and want to learn about it. And over the years, God's just, He's just shown me who I am as an artist. He showed me pretty much my goal, my people that I'm supposed to, I guess you could say, get it out to, my group of people. And he's given me the resources to do it piece by piece, putting it together. He gives me, the words to say, and it's just that's just played a part in my walk, showing me who I am as a person, what God put me on this earth to do, and that's why I take my music like I do, as serious as I do. I want to just impact and change lives the same way that music did for me, and that's why I take it so seriously, and it's what I do. I love to do it. Um, I never wanted to do music. I didn't have a love to do it like that. So God had to put that love in me, which is how I know for sure. That's what I wanted to do. Growing up, I was a sports head. I wanted to play sports. I didn't want nothing to do with music. So when I first did that, I was like, God, this ain't for me. And God gave me that passion to do it. Gave me the resources. Gave me the I guess the talent, so you could say the skills to do it. And he's made his word known through my music in people's lives. I've seen lives change. I've seen people that don't even like Christian rap, say tell me straight up it's corny and all this, listen to some of my stuff and be like, wow, this is good. And it's just showed me that, God can work through my music to reach people. And I just that's why I do what I do, just to impact and change lives. And that's my goal, is just do it. I don't care about people knowing my name. I really don't. I don't care about the money when it comes to it. I don't care about no buzz, none of that. I just want to change life, even if it's just one person that I can lead to God through my music, and get them interested and wanting to learn more about God. It's all worth it, and that's why.